Hello guys, this is Aditya and welcome travelers. In this video, I'll be sharing some valuable tips and tricks that will help you on booking cheap flight tickets to the USA, specifically for the students heading towards the exciting East Coast. East Coast because I am going to Purdue University, which is in West Lafayette, Indiana, so it is kind of in the East Coast, and there are a few airlines or a particular airlines that operate in the East Coast of the US. So I'll be listing those out and I'll be providing you with a detailed comparison of various airlines including Etihad, Emirates, Qatar, American Airlines, Air India and so on. So let's dive right in. Before we start comparing airlines, let's take a look at some key parameters that you need to consider while booking flights for students. These parameters will help you make an informed decision while keeping your budget in check. First and the most important one is price. Naturally, finding the best deal is essential, so keep an eye out for discounts and promotions specifically tailored for students. The second one is baggage allowance. Since students often have more baggage or luggage, it's important to know which airlines provide generous baggage allowances or offer discounted rates for additional bags. The third parameter would be flight duration and layovers. Long layovers can be tiresome, so selecting airlines with shorter layovers or direct flight is ideal. The next parameter would be comfort and amenities. Some airlines provide extra legroom, onboard entertainment, or even complimentary Wi-Fi, so it will make your journey more enjoyable. But personally, I would suggest that you should carry a book with you because you can't be dependent on your phone all the time, because on some of the flights you might not get access to power or electricity, your phone's battery might be dead, you might not have access to Wi-Fi. So having a book is really good because it is offline, you don't need any power or any Wi-Fi to read a book, and it is a good source of entertainment as well. The fifth one would be flexibility. Actually, students often require flexible booking options to accommodate their academic schedules, because no one knows when your schedule will get up or down, when things will get postponed or preponed. So airlines with lenient change and cancellation policies are worth considering. One of the most important websites that has helped me in booking the flights for USA and comparing all these parameters, especially the price parameter, is Skyscanner. So I'll show you how the website works. Now Skyscanner is one of the most important tools that I came across, because suppose you are stuck on something, you Google it, right? You use a web search engine. Skyscanner is a flight search engine, so you can just head over to Google and search for Skyscanner. For India it is skyscanner.co.in, or just Google it, you'll find the first link, and you'll come across this website. So it is very easy to use. You just have to enter from where do you want to go up to where do you want to go. So my journey is from Mumbai to Chicago, for example. My depart date is going to be 7th of August, and it is a one-way trip, so you don't have to enter any return date. If you want to enter a return date as well, you can book that as well, and it is more cheap and affordable if you do that. But for now, I just want to book a flight for a one-way trip. So you can see that it is, so beware of this sponsored section. This is a sponsored flight, or an advertisement like you get on web search engines. So beware of that. You can basically, it is like Flipkart or Amazon. You can sort out everything. You can have different departure times, journey duration, what kind of airlines do you want. You can apply different kinds of filters. But the one that I used was best and cheapest. So because the price needs to be considered, right? But then there are also some of the flights by different airlines. So I wouldn't recommend, if you're traveling for the first time, I wouldn't recommend changing airlines for the start, because it might get a bit messy because you don't know the transit times and everything. So beware of that. And about Indigo, many people told me that Indigo is one of the most cheapest airlines, but for the first flight, my relatives told me that you shouldn't go by Indigo because it might not be good for the travel times, the transit timings and everything. So that's why most of the relatives told me to use these airlines only. Now this is how I have compared different airlines, and according to their prices, luggage, the date of travel time and stopovers. Stopover, you can either have a direct flight or you might have one or two stopovers depending on the airline. Then the most important thing for me was the price and luggage. Both of these things were really important to me. So remember, this is my own research. I asked my seniors who are in the US or some of my relatives who travel by flights frequently, and they told me that these are the top flights or top airlines that I could use for going to the eastern coast of US only. So you can use Skyscanner to, so you can see Etihad as well. There are different kinds of airlines. So let's just compare the airlines that I myself saw. So for 7th of August, remember this might vary for you according to the time in the year that you are going to travel. But for Etihad, the price was 1,21,000. It allowed me a luggage of 2 bags of 23 kgs plus one 7 kg cabin bag, so I could carry my essentials like passport, water bottle, charger, etc. etc. The travel time was pretty big for Etihad because general travel time for Etihad is low, but I wanted a early flight for 7th August and it has 2 stopovers. So generally Etihad only stops at Abu Dhabi, but this particular flight is stopping at Dublin as well. And then I have Qatar, Emirates, American Airlines and Air India. So you can see the prices for different airlines. For now, the most pricey one is Emirates because of its amenities and luxurious lifestyle, as you know. Etihad also comes under a luxurious airline, I would say, but as you see, I have 2 stopovers and the travel time is also pretty huge. So that's why the price has reduced. And I have Etihad is really good according to their services and all as well. So then there is Qatar, Emirates, American and Air India. One of the important things was for me, the American Airlines, they only allowed 1 bag. So if you want more bags, you need to pay more. So even if they are charging less over here than Emirates, you need to pay more for your extra bags. And as you're a new student going to the US, you need more bags. It is essential that you have more baggage, right? So that's the reason why I didn't go ahead with American Airlines. And of course, Emirates is very costly for me right now. So personally, I went ahead with Etihad because as you see, the most important reason for me was the price is the cheapest, and Etihad is one of the most good airlines as well. Their service is really good, and you can see that if you consider luggage, I had similar options for Etihad, Qatar, and Air India as well. If you see the price as well, Emirates was out of my mind because it is really costly for me. Then I thought I should go with either Etihad, Qatar, or Air India. And most of the people told me that you should either use Etihad or Emirates as your first flight because the services are really good for students. You can call them anytime; they are really good with their services. So as you know, Emirates is really pricey for me. I went ahead with Etihad, and personally, I had called the airport. I had called the airline on their Indian toll-free number, and they answered me. They were really good in addressing my doubts. I had asked them if there is any student offer available for me. They helped me create a student account, how to put in your details. They helped me and they guided me on every particular step. So that's why, because of the services, I thought Etihad is one of the best flights for me. Even though I have 2 stopovers and 26 hours of travel time, maybe for the next flight I can use different kinds of airlines. Now let's dive into the detailed comparison of airlines that fly to the east coast of the USA. I'll be ranking them based on the parameters that we just discussed. First up is Etihad Airways. It is known for its exceptional services and luxurious amenities. Etihad offers comfortable flights to the USA, however their prices might be on the higher side. Next up we have Emirates Airlines. With its vast network and top-notch in-flight entertainment, Emirates is a popular choice. They often have competitive prices and provide decent baggage allowances. Next up I have Qatar Airways. They are renowned for their outstanding customer service, offers, competitive prices and excellent baggage allowances. They often have a shorter layover on their routes to the USA, so that is worth considering. Then American Airlines, a major carrier in the USA, it provides a wide range of domestic and international flights. They offer decent prices, particularly for domestic routes, but their baggage allowances might be more restrictive, and you might end up paying more for baggage. Lastly, Air India. They offer budget-friendly options for students. While their prices are generally more affordable, the baggage allowances might be limited. However, they are known for their warm hospitality. Now let's rank these airlines based on the parameters we discussed earlier. Ranking them based on price, Qatar and Air India take the lead as most affordable options for students traveling to the USA. When it comes to baggage allowance, Emirates Airlines and Qatar Airways provide generous allowances, giving them the top spots in this category. Moving on to flight duration and layovers, American Airlines and Qatar Airways offer more direct flights and shorter layovers, which make them convenient choices for students. And considering the comfort and amenities, of course, Emirates and Etihad always stand out in this category. They provide luxurious amenities and exceptional comfort to their passengers. Lastly, flexibility is an important factor for students, and Qatar and American Airlines offer more lenient change and cancellation policies, making them student-friendly choices. Now that we have ranked the airlines based on these parameters, let's summarize our findings. Based on the comparison, if you are a student looking for more affordable option, Qatar and Air India are your best bets. For those seeking generous baggage allowances, Emirates and Qatar take the lead. If flight duration and layovers are your primary concern, American Airlines and Qatar Airways offer more convenient options. Then for passengers prioritizing comfort and amenities, Emirates and Etihad are your way to go. They provide a luxurious travel experience. And finally, if flexibility is crucial to you, Qatar and American Airlines offer more accommodating policies. However, remember, prices and offers can vary depending on the time of the year and other factors. So it's always a good idea to compare prices and check for student discounts when booking your flights. I would suggest that what I personally did is I went over to their websites and I called them on their, suppose I am an Indian student, so I just called up to their Indian toll-free number and I was able to talk to their administrator, and they helped me in getting student discounts about the baggage allowances, and whatever questions they have, they are really patient with you. So that is a really helpful thing that you can do. So that wraps up my guide on booking cheap flight tickets to the east coast of USA for students. I hope that you find this video or information helpful, and now you can make an informed decision when planning your journey. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and any kind of tips for students traveling to the USA. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Thank you. Toodles.